Dude, is this working yet? Hey, what is going on YouTube? No, probably no one's up this late watching it live. Haven't been on here in a while, as usual. My videos seem to be every 6 months or so. I'm trying to get it back to where I can start doing this daily. Like I said, it's not my favorite thing. It's not the most important part of my business by any means. Um, but there's a lot of really cool people out there that I've been meeting that I want to keep helping out, and kind of want to just stay in my lane a little bit more and talk about my specific niche, which is the sports, licensed sportswear, and hard goods too. Anything fan apparel from all the 5 leagues. Um, and so I'm going to be doing a series here of the top 5 or the top 4 best-selling teams, NCAA schools that would be for 2019 on Mercari and Poshmark. Because I sell on Amazon, do a little bit of eBay, and I have my own site. But I'm not a guru in those things. I can't teach you, and really look myself in the mirror and say, I am giving real advice on Amazon because I'm still in website stuff because I'm still learning it myself. But Mercari and Poshmark, I'm nailing it and I'm crushing it right now. And I want you guys to. So I'm going to show. First off, I'll talk before I get into today's episode. Will be NCAA licensed merchandise, the top 4 selling teams since we just had the tournament, and this is on these platforms per Mercari and Poshmark. So just for all you people looking to sell licensed sportswear on Mercari and Poshmark, this is good stuff for you. You're going to know which teams, when you're sourcing product, which teams to stay away from, and which teams to go ahead and load up on inventory. So before just to add more value, I'm going to go ahead and talk about Mercari and Poshmark and why my sales have grown so much, even in the slowest time of the year, which is now. Everyone's getting taxes, but like right after January 1st and into February, it's supposed to be dead. Last year, it was just brutal. I'm sure you guys know that, depending on what kind of scale you're at. But this year, we're doing better numbers right now, and even in the beginning of the winter than we did all Christmas. So I don't know if that's just if we're growing or Mercari and Poshmark are getting better, or these tips I'm about to tell you are just working that well. But the number one thing on Mercari and Poshmark, you got to turn the likes into cash, like they say. It's the most important thing. I didn't want to do it forever because I always want to sit here screwing around listing products. North Carolina Tar Heels, little teaser. But yeah, I'm in the home office right now. You can't really see anything. There's my mannequin back there with the Nationals backpack on it. But yeah, you can't just basically, if you're selling on Mercari and Poshmark, which if you're selling on one, you need to be selling on both, period. End of story. There's not enough traffic on either one of those sites to justify you just selling on one. Absolutely not going to happen. You need to be cross-posting every single item. Whether you start on Mercari or Poshmark, this is what I do. You simply take your photos, and then let's say you start on Poshmark. That's what I do. I create the listing. I hit copy and paste on the it's late. It's 4 a.m. I'm losing it. It's copy and paste the description, and then go over to Mercari. Your pictures are already first in your file, and then you go over to Mercari, copy and paste description, and I can get a Mercari listing done in 8 seconds that way. So you might as well do it. But the only thing is you got to make sure when something sells on one platform, you got to go ahead and delete it on the other. Otherwise, you're going to run into a bunch of cancellations, and that's just a pain in the ass. So yeah, basically the reason that I've been able to kind of scale this thing without having a 6-figure Amazon business yet, or driving too much traffic to my website is those likes. You take advantage of those. They may seem like, oh, they're that person's just dicking around, clicking like because they window shopping or whatever. No, man, I'm here to tell you. If you actually go ahead and use the offer to likers on both platforms, each platform has one, and Poshmark's a little bit different because they run promos where they, and I recently won a Poshmark contest. It was where every time you lowered the price of a product or an item, you got entered for a chance to win, and I won $100 Posh credit, ended up buying 2 vintage starter jackets, and won't get into that much, but yeah, just cool stuff like that. Mercari doesn't have it. But you can still every 72 hours on all your products, you have the ability in Mercari to offer to likers, and the price has to be lower each time until someone buys it. But I've got close to 3,000 products in each category, in each platform. And 2 weeks ago on Saturday, right during the Final Four in March Madness, where I'm talking about this, I went through as many listings as I possibly could. I would 8-hour binge nonstop on my phone, and I hit offer to likers, lower price, lower price. Because some of this stuff is stuff that I've had over 90 days, and that's kind of the rule that I've been taught, and it works well. If you once you have an item for over 90 days, you got to go ahead and start liquidating. Just be okay with making $1 or $2 per transaction, because it's not going to do anything for you sitting on shelves. And then as you go, and what I'm learning is you reinvest that money with products that you know are already going to sell. And if you get a hold of me, personally, get in my email or leave a comment down below. I will hook you up with some legitimate ass wholesalers like these guys that I've been working with, Licensed Team Apparel. It's just money, and they have the same stuff every time. You're not running around to Ross. You're not running around to the Nike outlet hoping that they have a gem there that you can flip. It's the same stuff every time. And some of these guys that I'm going to be introducing you to, they don't even have most of them do. Most of them check my employee tax identification number for my business just to make sure I'm legit and all that. And they check my website. But a couple of them are really rogue, and they'll go ahead and just let you create an account online, and boom, you're shopping wholesale. It's amazing. Because I just think retail arbitrage is fucked. It's so dead. It's the time. I mean, it's not dead. You can find steals all day long. Hey, you guys know that. But the two things are, thrift stores are now selling online, and if you guys have been into one sourcing lately, they're charging what we would normally charge for something on Mercari or Poshmark in their store. So there's no room for margin. Thrifting's dead. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for saying that, but it's just God. I mean, I went in there the other day and I blew $100, and I'm gonna be lucky to make $20 back total on everything. I'll probably, now that I'm using wholesalers, I'll probably never use a thrift store ever again, unless I'm just by there and I want to see if there's like a starter jacket or something like that in my niche that I can pick up. But they're selling. You can go. They have Goodwill online for each store. Goodwill / whatever city it's in. It's ridiculous. And like I said, you can still go to the discount stores and online arbitrage, but the time is ridiculous. If you just have one website where you can get all your products that that have a markup that you can flip, and you get familiar with the products, you can just keep it churning. Every single product. Most of these companies have at least for a couple of years on their shelf. And that's so much better than driving around like a bat out of hell trying to find discounts, trying to find gems that you can, $14 into $30 flips. That's great, but you're going to spend 8 hours a day doing that. Forget about having any time to list on Mercari and Poshmark. So yeah, once you get all these products up there, you want to start. The biggest thing with the offer to likers is you absolutely, along with a good description and good pictures, you have to list your prices. I almost want to say outrageously high, because, oh man, when you go and offer to the likers, the higher the original price, the lower you can then go to give them that sticker shock wow factor of, wow, I'm really getting a deal. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, I pick up this beautiful new North Carolina Tar Heels hat, wholesale, and I get them for, let's say, I don't know, $7 a pop. I don't know, just say, and I put it on Mercari and Poshmark, $20 each with fees and everything and shipping. You're gonna end up making $16 on that. That's not enough, that $8-9 markup on that. No, if that's your final sale price, yes, but you don't want to list it at 20. You want to list it at 25. You want to list a $7 source product at 25, so that when you rack up the likes, you can go and hit offer to likers, and then boom, offer 21. And on Poshmark, you can do a shipping discount. Mercari, you don't have to do a shipping discount, which is amazing. You can just hit offer to likers, and it's all about that sticker shock wow factor. So although people might not be that interested in your products to begin with, because your prices are higher, they're still, if they like it, they like it. It doesn't matter what the fuck the price is. You just want that like. It's like getting a sign up for your like for an email marketing list. It's the same thing, except it's just for a single product. You're getting them interested because then you can spam the shit out of them, until it reaches your lowest price that you're willing to take every 3 days on most of them. For Poshmark, you can do it every day. So yeah, let's say $7 right here, brand new with tags. Retail price is 19 to 30, depending on where it's floating around on the internet. So you could either go 30, you could go 25. The higher the price is, the better chance you're going to have to go lower and, really give that person that's shopping on Poshmark or Mercari, which we already know if you're selling on those platforms, that it's not Amazon, it's not your own website, it's not like that people are on there looking for deals. most people, to be honest with you, not most, but a lot of them, I see YouTubers out there, Amazon sellers, they're on fucking Mercari and Poshmark sourcing product to then flip on Amazon. So if you're out there struggling, wondering why you can't get full retail price or even close to full retail price or even a little under, that's why people are on there looking, either they're discount bargain shoppers, you know, or they're sourcing themselves, trying to flip it on Amazon or on another platform. So like I said, we'll just base it on a $7 product here, sourced, boom, right here, $7. I'm going to list it at 25 to 30 all day long, because guess what? It's going to sit on the shelf anyway. And the price doesn't reflect the likes really. People are going to like it if they like it. And that's all you want. You want to rack up as many likes as you possibly can, because my system, what I'm teaching is you go in every Friday or so, and like on one platform, you go Friday, the next Saturday, so that you're not offering the likers on the same product the same day. It allows that 24-hour period has elapsed to where it either sold or it didn't, and then you can go ahead and put the sale on it the next day on the next platform. And I mean, I've had $600-700 days on each one, where I go Friday Poshmark, go through on 2,500 3,000 listings. You can't even think about going through all those in one night, but you can do a big chunk. So you go Friday Poshmark, and then into Saturday night. That's 24 hours. All those deals will have expired. Whoever bought, pack up your items, ship them. And then whatever, you know, didn't sell that you want to put on sale on your Mercari page, your closet, whatever you want to call it. It's not a store. It's definitely not a store. They have a horrible setup as far as managing products, but that's for another day. So yeah, you just want to make sure that you're not double selling. That's the only thing. So you want to give it a 24-hour period where you're going ahead and, you know, making sure you're seeing what sold on the discount, and then whatever didn't sell that you discounted, make sure you do that on the other platform, whichever one you want to do. And if you're selling on just Poshmark, you need to get over to Mercari. If you're selling on just Mercari, you need to do both. There's not enough traffic on these smaller platforms. There's just not. Hopefully one day there will be, but not now. So yeah, that's basically the way I've been scaling this thing. Still got a lot of room to grow. I've been focusing mostly on my website. There's links down below for free giveaways, and my top 5 products for this spring, Sportsaholics brand. Got the clutch hat. Don't have much else to show you. I'm not really promoting the brand right now. But yeah, it's an opt-in. 1 in every 4 wins. You just sign up, and we're going to be doing the drawings live here every Thursday night on YouTube. So you know it's legit. I'm not scamming people. I want to get these products in your hands, and you know, it's really cool stuff. And once again, I apologize. The heat press tutorial still isn't coming because I've had so many people bail on me, because I actually have to have someone film me do that, because I'm running around from the printer to the press, and it's wacky. And no one will help me. It's this entrepreneurship thing's lonely sometimes. You know, I got a lot of people that, you know, want me to do good, but they're not just gonna sit there and film you for free. So maybe one day I'll have a cameraman like Gary Vee. But as for now, I gotta wait till I find the right person, because I want to do that t-shirt tutorial the right way, because I'm gonna be selling you guys the whole system. I'm gonna be able to sell you guys at a very discounted rate compared to other places. The whole package that I have, you can go directly on my website and buy the entire printer, white toner cartridge, and heat press, transfer paper, everything. I'm going to provide it to you at a much lower cost than any of these companies on YouTube that are doing, because it's a very unique system, like I said. But that's all for that. I promise it is coming. I know a lot of you have been waiting for it, but the next part of this is going to be our 5-part series of the top 5 MLB, NFL, NBA, NHL, and today the top 4 selling NCAA teams on Mercari and Poshmark from my experience. Just from my experience in this 2019 calendar. These aren't legit. I mean, nobody has exact numbers, and if they did, they wouldn't tell you. Like Walmart will never give away their actual sold by teams on a Google search. They'll never give that away because they know, especially with all of us coming in and, you know, just eating at their profits and eating at their market share, with everyone being able to sell anything direct to consumer all day, they're not going to give us that type of information. So you got to learn on your own, and that's why I'm sharing it now. So in honor of the 2019 NCAA March Madness tourney, we'll go ahead and get started. The number 1 team I had success, number 1 school I had success, or number 4, we'll count down. Number 4 school. Oh crap! Didn't end stream, did I? Nope. Sorry, I clicked on my mouse. Number 4 school is my very favorite, Fear the Spear, baby. Florida State Seminoles. Number 4. Now they had a good team this year. They had a good basketball team. Their overall fan base is just huge. I mean, I'm from Denver, and I love them. I just saw the logo when I was a little kid, and I fell in love with them ever since. It's the only non-Denver team I support, really like diehard. And watching Peter Warwick and Chris Winkie and all those guys back in the day play Florida with those rivalry games were just huge. But yeah, anytime and it's year round, they got a great football. You want to look for NCAA. You want to make sure they have a solid program in all sports. Because if you don't sell in that period of time, like let's say it's a Florida State basketball shirt, it says FSU hoops on it. You better get rid of that, during the basketball season. That's why you should go with generic stuff like this hat, brand new, officially licensed from Zephyr brand. Got some Nikes too. We'll go. I'm not going to show you all that, but yeah, Florida State is an amazing school with a huge fan base. They're better than some NFL teams, I would say. Better selling, better than like I don't know, Jacksonville Jaguars or something like that. You're better off getting a discounted product, on Florida State because they've got fans all over the country, and they are number 4 on this year's list. And they usually don't have a good basketball team, but this year they did, and they've always got a top-notch football program and baseball as well. So Florida State Seminoles, number 4. Number 3. Oh, this one for you, Charles Barkley. You already know what's coming. War Eagle. The Auburn Tigers, same thing, officially licensed. Ooh, it's my size too, 7 3/8. That you obviously know if you followed the tournament this year. They had a huge run all the way to the Final Four, and heartbreaking loss at the end. That was a pretty bad way to lose. I'm not going to get into sports talk here yet. That's for something else too. That's for another day. This is strictly business. But yeah, they have got a absolute rabid fan base too. Not as big as Alabama, and Alabama's not on this list because if it's not football season, it's not as hot. But Auburn this year had a great basketball team, so that's another thing. If you're doing sports stuff out there like I'm doing, you want to go ahead and like look at the teams, who's going to be in the tournament, who's going to be good, because that hype goes big time. Like I had 2 Virginia Cavaliers, they won it, and they have I'll tell you right now, stay away from Virginia stuff unless they're winning the tournament, because I think I had like 5 or 6 Virginia products, and the day after they won the tournament, it had been sitting in my closet forever, and it sold. Virginia basketball hoops, polyester men's shirt, and it sold. So bandwagon fans, but you want to look and see who's doing good and who's going to be in it. But these are the blue bloods that I'm giving you, teams that'll be good during the football, baseball, and basketball seasons and throughout the summer. So yeah, Auburn Tigers, and I've got a bunch of stuff. You can go to my website if you're an Auburn fan. Definitely go to my website and check out the Auburn section. I've got a huge list of Auburn stuff as well as North Carolina, and I'll get into that. But number 2, we're on Tech. And they ended up losing in heartbreak fashion to Virginia, obviously, if you paid attention. Sorry, my desk is a mess. But yeah, Texas Tech stuff, they're not on any lists. Like if you like I said, when you Google lists of top selling NCAA merch, that's a nice one. They're just what I've noticed is they have a really loyal fan base when it comes to like non-hype branded stuff. Like their fan base doesn't really necessarily, it doesn't have to be Nike. It doesn't have to be, Under Armour. It can be, a regular, just top of the world. This is the brand of that hat, top of the world. I buy wholesale from them. And I actually got this for $5 on a closeout deal. And as you can see right there, it's got a retail tag of $29.99. But yeah, you can go ahead and pick these up on lids.com. They have sales every now and then, $5 hats, and they had every brand. But yeah, I picked up a bunch of the hats just to test this NCAA market. And so Texas Tech, number 3. Another thing why I like them is they don't have a big national reach, but they're like in what city are they in? I can't draw on a blank. Oh yeah, Lubbock, Texas. They're in a small, not really small town, but smaller town in Texas. They've got a really good local fan base, and it's just stuff will sell. Texas Tech. You can get a lot of good stuff on clearance too. But yeah, it doesn't have to be name brand either. Like sometimes, people won't buy something that's got that swoosh on it or it's got the Under Armour. But no, Texas Tech fans go hard. They buy anything. Pro Edge, the smaller brands, Knights Apparel. So yeah, Texas Tech, congratulations, number 2. And then number 1, this might just be because I love the logo, I love the colors, and boom, the Tar Heels, North Carolina, Kenny the Jet Smith. So yeah, I'm telling you right now, I've seen other YouTubers talk about it too, year round, 24/7, 365. Get your hands on Tar Heels merchandise. Not unless you can get a good deal on it. Like I'll show you here. This one was an absolute score. This one was a score. This is obviously an Air Jordan one, dry fit. And like I said, I got this on lids.com. It's got a $15 sticker on it. I ended up getting it in the $5 section and free shipping. I've got a Lids premium pass. I recommend you guys go get one if you're selling sportswear, licensed sports merch, because it's free shipping over $50 orders. And then you go ahead and you get your 20% off all hats year round, no matter what. So this $5 hat turns into a $4 hat. I bought probably 30 of them on this one round, and it shipped direct to me. I didn't have to go out sourcing. It took probably an hour to do it. And, they had big brands. They had North Carolina, Air Jordan hats right here, dry fit. I got it for $4, like $4.28 with tax. That's just a steal. Like I got 3 of these, and this is the last one I have left. And both of them sold for $25. Boom, boom. Because once again, North Carolina, they have that national mystique to them, that national, fan base because of Jordan. It's sad but true. That motherfucker can sell anything, man. People look at this logo and one of the first things they think, and it's a blue blood basketball program, okay, football, good baseball, but yeah, just if you see anything North Carolina, especially it's got a Jordan logo on it, because they're one of the few schools because of Michael Jordan that are allowed to have co-branded, team. North Carolina, the brand, obviously that's a brand in itself, and the co-brand would be Air Jordan. They're one of the few. I can't think of many other schools that actually are allowed to use the Jumpman logo in combination with their team logos. So that's just awesome. A lot of people will just buy this hat that don't even like Florida State. They just like the swoosh, and they know Michael Jordan went there, and they know they're just the logo is cool. Like I said, I love the colors, and I love their logo. And it's just an all-around good school, and they're number 1 this year for our 2019 NCAA top sellers on Mercari and Poshmark. I don't know what it is about Mercari and Poshmark in particular that makes North Carolina stuff so popular, and these schools that I mentioned. Like I said, I don't have any data or any of that. One day I will. I'm keeping track of everything as best I can. But one day I'll have really cool, like really in-depth data on this. And our next one we'll do is going to be Major League Baseball, and that'll be probably in like 8 months next time I do a video. No, it's going to be closer now that I'm doing it on my laptop, but probably in about a month or 2, we'll do the MLB top selling teams. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you're looking to sell licensed sports merchandise out there, please get at me. I will help you. I'd love to, because fuck these guys, fuck Fanatics, fuck lids.com, fuck them. They've been getting rich off everybody for forever. And now that people like me and you are allowed to start businesses and sell direct to consumer, they can eat shit, and we can offer better prices than them. Hell, like I did, I can go get their clearance shit and then resell it. And that's the best part about the internet, is that you can go straight to anybody in the world if you choose. Mostly straight to anybody in the nation, really, on these platforms. And you can do it. There's nobody blocking you. There's nobody stopping you. The middleman is gone. The middleman is dead. You can start your own shit whenever you want. And it beats selling drugs. It fucking beats working at Jack in the Box. It beats it beats anything, man. You're gonna struggle for a while when you first start. I still haven't made shit yet. I'm still building, and still building this thing up, and it's a journey. But if you are definitely, I'm looking for people who are doing what I'm doing. It's a good niche to be in, because like my mentor told me the other day. He told me, it's a great niche to be in because sports fans are loyal, and even in a recession, they're still going to support their teams and buy merchandise. Hopefully, that doesn't happen. I'm not scared of no recession, because I feel I have good sales tactics and a good marketing plan that good business model that's not going to affect. But if it does hit, you want good products that are going to sell regardless. So yeah, if you're looking to get into that, go ahead, please hit me up. I'll get a hold of you. I'll send you a list of a couple suppliers, actual wholesalers, like the brands themselves who make these hats and who make these t-shirts and these polos. Right here, got my Knowles polo on. Yeah, and it's just think about it. They have retailer websites where you just go in, you get you get approved, which I'm going to show you exactly the process of how to get approved, and boom, you're in, and it's called retailer website. I can't go in and show you like with one of those screen on screen things here like that. I can't do that. I'm not allowed to like go into my accounts right here. But because that's a contract you sign with them when you go ahead and start, they don't want you showing everybody. But with a few people that I work with, I'd be willing to help you out. That's not illegal, but definitely like if I were to show you like the login process and all that, they don't want me doing that. But it's like it's called the retailer website. It's the same website where the buyers for Walmart and the buyers for fans and fanatics and what's another big name, lids, any distributor, or not distributor, any retailer in the world is shopping the same website as you now because you got approved with this brand. And there's one brand in particular that's right down the street from me, 45 minutes away. You got to let me know you got to contact me, let me know where I can list their products on their retail site before I have them. And then when they sell, I can drive down the street and pick them up. No shipping fee, wholesale prices. And I never had to buy the product without knowing it's sold. So I'm doing that. I'm doing a lot of that. When you just start and you have nobody funding you and you're not, you're doing this on your own for real and you want to grow a fucking rags to riches empire and not get handouts and, all kinds of funding from businesses, selling your ass, selling half your business that you've worked your ass off for a fucking bullshit evaluation. No way. If you're doing that, you have to get creative like that. And you have to like listing things that you don't have that you can go pick up down the street and make a profit on it. It sucks, but any way to make a buck on these platforms. So yeah, that'd be a good way for me to help you. I could go right down to 45 minutes away, grab these hats for you, ship them out to you real quick. We get something going. But yeah, I really want to start connecting. I want to, if you're selling licensed sports merchandise out there, please get a hold of me. Comment section. I'd love to talk and see what teams are doing well for you, what brands, and just maybe put our minds together and do a cool collaboration. Because my main goal with this is to get the Sportsaholics brand. I haven't talked about that, but the number one goal is to get licensed, is to become a licensee. And I've got a guy I'm working with. His name's Scott Silcox. He's the only guy on YouTube that offers consulting on how to become. That means you're becoming a brand. Like Sportsaholics, it would have. Let's say this had a UNC logo right there. That's just like Air Jordan, just like Top of the World that I showed you. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make Sportsaholics products and get the legal rights to use team logos on shirts, polos, everything, sweats, hats, headbands. So that's where I'm going with this company. So I'm going to learn everything from the bottom up. I'm going to, my plan is to, mess with the other brands, and learn the system, learn what teams are selling, learn what, the whole process, so that when I go to turn my applications in for, my licensing deal, when, if I want to get approved and pay my royalties to the leagues, because it's the dream of mine. It's my number one goal in all this, is to become a licensee of all 5 leagues. I'm going to start with the NCAA. But yeah, so I think if I just get familiar with these brands and, the ones who have been doing it forever, I can build relationships with them. I can probably get some ins and, how-tos from those guys. But as of now, I'm just a retailer, part-time retailer, part-time reseller. Because you're a reseller if you're sourcing, it's sourcing from stores and discount shops and, online sales. That's to me, that's my definition of a reseller. And I still do that. So I still technically am a reseller. Once you become a retailer, in my mind, is when you go ahead and you do what I'm doing and you go directly to the wholesalers, the distributors, which are just a distributor is somebody who buys directly from the manufacturer and is a middleman and then just marks up a little bit and still sells wholesale. And I can hook you up with a couple of those guys too. But what you want to do is you want to go direct to the manufacturer, the brands that are making it, the brands that are making this stuff, because they can obviously offer you the best deals. They're the ones that are, for sale. They're the ones that have the power to give you the best deal. So yeah, I just want to get familiar with all these brands, get to know some people in upper management. If you guys know anybody that has MLB stuff, that's the hardest thing. I can't get many people to reply to me on MLB wholesaling stuff, because that'd be cool to actually have a web retailer website, go in there and, shop at wholesale prices, MLB stuff. Man, that would be ridiculous. So I've got a few people I've talked to, a few brands, but nothing's really come up that I really think I can make a lot of money on. So if you guys know anybody, wholesalers or distributors, they're few and far between, man. I've been obsessing about this shit for 3 years straight, and well, really 10 years straight since I started the original business. Well, I won't show you that. I'll show you that some other time. But yeah, it's just it's fun, man. So yeah, just learn your brands, and please, if you guys know any licensed distributors, NFL season's coming up quicker than you know it. We got the summer and then it's on, and I want to be stocked up and loaded with NFL gear. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and good to see you. Please go to my website. There's good stuff. Now, oh, that's the last thing I was going to mention. Sorry, it's going longer, but I'm getting some of this stuff, like those Nike hats, for so cheap that I now have a section on my website, www.sportsaholics.anonymous.com. At the very, very bottom, there's a wholesale section. And that's where I offer products like that Jordan hat, where I just mark up a little bit, and you guys can go buy, free shipping on all orders, wholesale, and you guys can go out there and source product from me. Please go, if I can pass savings on to you, and then you can flip something for another buck, as well as my branded products, my Sportsaholics Anonymous branded products, with some really cool stuff on there now that you can go directly through me. I'm the manufacturer. And it's stuff that I've proven that will sell on Mercari and Poshmark, and I'll get you a killer deal on it. Even if you see a price on the website and you think it might be too much for you, you can grease me for a little bit lower, please do. If you see anything you like of our brand, I'd love to get it in your hand, ship it out to you, and get you a really good deal on it, so you can have another source, a way of sourcing. Everything's 100% polyester, athletic, moisture wicking fabric. None of this cheap, cotton crap. It's going to shrink after the first wash. It's really high quality stuff, and I'd love to get it in your hands. So if you think you can move any of it, go check out the website. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video.